Hi, so I wanted to give an overview of Nano as an editor. So in this short video, I won't walk through the setup of Nano, but I'll just give you an example to show the usefulness of Nano as an editor. So right now I'm in my terminal, Windows terminal, and I have set up Nano for use in my terminal. So let's get started. So I'll open a notes file. So I have saved markdown files for notes on various topics using notes and the name of the like whatever like so it's notes for data analysis, databases, PowerShell, etc. So let's edit one of these files and see what we can. Okay, so like for instance, I'll open 2 or 3 files. Okay, so you could see the usefulness of this. Okay, so right now I have 3 files open for editing, right? I can navigate through these 3 files very simply like this. So this is the first file, first file, second file, and third file. Okay, navigation is pretty easy. So what I've done is standard Windows shortcuts like Control C, Control V, Control X, Control Z, and Control Y. Instead of Control, I've set Alt. This is because Nano itself has its own clipboard for, so you can understand it in terms of a local clipboard. So if you're working in the file over here, you can copy paste stuff as you please, and you can also work for like if you're copying from someone else on your operating system. So think of it as a global keyboard. So for that, so in order to be able to both use both of them, I have kept for example, for copy it's Control C for the global clipboard and Alt C for the local clipboard. Now so this is a little like if you want to use Vim as an editor, this is a little counterintuitive because like for example, so the shortcuts that I've set for going up and down and left and right. So for up and down, it's just Alt U and Alt N, right? And for left and right, it's JK, right? Sorry, so JK. So this is a little counterintuitive because in Vim you have H, J, K, L for up and down and left and right. I mean HL for left and right and JK for down and up, right? So this is a little counterintuitive, but it makes sense if you are if you're planning on using this to just take notes or maybe use this as a plain editor. Okay, so a lot of talk. So I'll just so yeah. So the way I've set this up is, so up and down is U and N. So I can use, in a simple fashion, my right finger, which is on my right index finger, which is on J. I can use U and N up and down. That's easy. And I can use Control and that shortcut. So Control U takes me a page up instead of a line. It's just a page up and page down. So this is page up, page down, right? Page up, page down, right? And okay, so so the working is pretty simple. You can move up and down and left and right, and so yeah, to copy and paste. Okay, so the way this works, for to copy and paste is you have to set up a mark point. So the mark point, the shortcut I've used for it is Alt M. So this one sets the mark, and then since if I want to select to the end of the line, I'll press Alt L. So this will select to the end of the line. I'll press Alt C. So this is just copied. Now Alt V, and it has pasted it. So if I do Alt Z, it will undo the previous command. So that's where it is at now. And it's pretty simple to work with. And sorry, oops, I messed up. Yeah. So it's pretty simple to work with, and one of the benefits I like of using Nano instead of any other editor for just taking notes, not writing or dealing with code, just taking simple notes stuff, is that I use a shortcut F4 to save and exit. So save and exit, save and exit, save and exit. So all 3 files I've saved and exited. Okay, I don't need to press Control S and then exit. The other thing you can do is, like, if you want to insert from some other file, that's pretty neat too. I'll just go to a place where I don't mess up my stuff, right? So let's try to paste something here. So for it, what I've done is F2 allows me to insert from a file. So, the only problem with this is now, like, I think in Windows, the autocomplete doesn't work just as well, I guess. Yeah, it's not working as well. So I know there's a file called scripts.md over here. So I just simply, actually, this is not advisable because there's a lot of content in that. Let me just try this with a dummy file instead. Oops, sorry. Yeah, I'll just make a test.md and, I'll copy from scripts.md, right? Okay, there wasn't one. Is this possible? Oh, is this possible? Oh, right. So since I'm not in that directory, so I'll move to that directory. Uh, so yeah, wherever the notes file is, now I'm in that directory. So now I'll put test.md and I made another file right now. Now I'll try pasting from scripts.md and voila, it has pasted it. You can move up and see all the content that I have pasted from it. And yeah, to select and delete is also pretty neat. It's very simple, alt M to set the marker and then, go up a line or maybe go up a page, control and up a page, till your heart's desire, delete and F4 and, it has just saved it. So it's empty now. Let's try this with autocomplete. I haven't tried this. So scrap scripts. Okay, so autocomplete is also working, right? Nice. Didn't work the last time. uh, Fine. So F2 is pretty neat. The other thing that the way I've set up my shortcuts is, very simple. F1 is for help, right? And F2 is for inserting from other file. F3 is if you want to save it as another file. And F4 is just save and exit. So that's about it. It's the basic intro to using Nano as an editor, and I hope you do a lot with this. I think I haven't focused on, I haven't focused on text highlighting, right? So I'll just try that once. Let me do this. Do I have file dot files, right? So I may have a Python file. Where do I have a Python file? Yeah, I do have an arrays.py, I guess. Yeah. So this is a Python file and, it shows syntax highlighting. So I've set up, since this is on Windows, it's nothing special if you're using this, Nano on Linux, but I'm just showing this to, remind you that the same syntax highlighting can work on Windows as well. You just need to set up your Nano RC in that way. So right now we are getting a little into the nitty-gritty of the setup files. So the way the place you put your Nano files is in your home directory, followed by nano rc, right? So this is all the setup conditions for things that I've set up. So like for instance, save on exit over here. So this, whenever I exit, it saves the file before exiting. So, and maybe the tab size, convert tabs to 4 spaces, stuff like that, and shortcuts over here, right? So that's about it as a basic video, and I guess I'll get into the nitty-gritty of the setup, using configuration files and syntax highlighting in a later video. That's about it. Thanks for now.